Hi everyone, this is Katelijne and this is another weekly fairy oracle for the week that starts on February the 7th and ends on Sunday the 13th of February. And I decided to bring out the ceramic sun that I've been making for an aunt of mine. She still needs to get it. But I thought it would be nice to put the sun here because here in the Netherlands, on the day that I am recording this, we finally have some well-deserved sunshine, and it's taken the cold out, and the air is brightly blue. And I must say, this is such great weather after such gloomy, dark, cold weather that it lifts the spirit immediately. Well, I hope everybody had a lovely week. We had the fairy sage last week about wisdom, both inner and outer wisdom. And hopefully this has resonated with you and helped you during your week. And so it is now time to see what this next week is going to bring us. And I'm not sure if this fairy has come by yet, because it is the fairy of flexibility. Let me show you. You see this little fairy? And she's sitting on top of a willow tree. And, oops, she's falling over a bit too flexible maybe. Well, there she is. And this fairy of flexibility is also known as Willow the Wise One. And for me, this is rather synchronistic that we should pick this one for the next week, as I have a dear friend in the UK who is called Willow, and her birthday is on Monday, the 7th. So that's all very lovely and synchronistic. And for you, this may mean something completely different. This card generally speaks of us needing more flexibility in our lives. When the winds of change are upon us, we'd better learn to bend. And there's absolutely no need to break, and there's the big difference. It's good to know that we are flexible and that we can bend when the winds get strong, but that we know there's a deep inner core of us that is not going to break, and that we can sort of bounce back whenever we need to. In flexibility lies great, great strength. As you can see when you look at the willow tree, which often stands near sort of meadows or in marshes near rivers and brooks, and yet it still is firmly grounded, even though the soil may not look that firm to us. And it's firmly grounded even though it is in wet and flowing surroundings. Now the branches of the willow tree are both strong and flexible, as seen in its many uses, from fences to baskets, you name it. And so if life brings you situations this week that call for creative adaptation, you can ask yourself, what would Willow do? You'll never know what she'll whisper in your ear. Well, I think it's a lovely card, and it feels like this will be a week with new energies. And for those of you who've been listening for a longer time and that perhaps feel they are light workers, it's important for light workers to be flexible as well, for the energies on the earth are increasingly changing, and this asks us to adapt to it as best we can. And I feel that one of the important things to do with that is not only to be flexible, but to be gentle with ourselves as we go through these changes. And to really take proper care of ourselves and help ourselves to go through the changing energies. So that could be, for many of us, and I'm no stranger to this, the new age brings about some symptoms. You could say some symptoms of change. Some would call these ascension symptoms. Which can be things like fatigue or dizzy spells or strange muscle aches. All these symptoms that are not easily described as belonging to one specific thing. Kind of vague, but still they can be quite hard to deal with. And flexibility also means to be flexible with these things. For instance, if you have little energy, then do not force yourself to do things that may not be right at this time. If you need to take some rest, take some rest. If you need to be amongst like-minded people because you need to vent your feelings or maybe raise your energy by meditating with others, anything, go with that. So I feel in this time it's not only important to be flexible on a very personal level where work and relationships are concerned, but also on a spiritual level with a kindness and a loving attitude towards ourselves. Well, I wish everybody the best of luck with that. A most beautiful week, hopefully with more sunshine and lots of peace of mind. And I will talk to you next week. Bye!